Hello guys, welcome to this devlog. This could be kind of an interesting one. I want to show more of the systems of my game and basically how, things are going in it. Just turn this down a little bit for y'all. Kind of loud. Hopefully that's better. So this right here is going to be like a example factory system setup. So, you see all these conveyor belts here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load some parts on this conveyor belt. Now, ordinarily, you would have a like machine mining for you or something, or bringing in raw resources, so you wouldn't have to do this. Maybe for like a few parts or whatever. But the basic idea here is to show you how much you can build in my game, how complex you can get on things. So this right here, we're loading parts onto a conveyor system, and I have this little logic thing in here that's just adding up. There. Well, I guess the logic's all broken. But yeah, let's see if we can reset that, make it better. So you can see as it gets full, it automatically sends in another one, and they go in. Man, why is it doing that? This was perfect. Alright. So the parts got loaded. They're going on the conveyor. This conveyor is wired up to this counter, or adder as I call them. And so, as the parts leave, it counts it, right? So they get 2, 3, this one's going to be 4. These are battery cells. So that one goes, next one comes. If you look over here, we're actually already on the other side of the machine. And you can see it's doing kind of a different version of it. Yep. Oh, it's all negative. I don't know. Here's where I load in the conveyor belts. Yeah, that's backwards. Battery cells come. I do have an option to manually trigger it. And then once this one goes, the output from it will reset everything. Oh, numbers are all messed up. Let's review some of this logic here. Let's see if it counts correctly. 1, 2, 3. I have to do a little status light as it goes. And then when that one comes back over, should reset it. So this one, if everything's correct, should be at 0. It's going to count up to 4. Then the part will go, the conveyor belt will go, then it'll all reset. Pretty cool. You can save inventions, and you can load them. That's kind of how I did this here. So there's like a power station. So I can put like another power station over here. Be a little bit better. We have conveyors, lifters. Let's turn that on. I will set it to go the other way. Oh, it looks like we need to lift it up a little bit. I mean, if you're familiar with Kerbal Space Program, maybe some of this will look familiar. Oh, this is more factory-based a little bit, admittedly. There's other stuff too, though. It's not just factories. Supposed to be lots of cool things. I didn't realize this one goes so high. How tall are we? 5 meters. You can right click on the parts, tell you a little bit description about them. You can control V, control C. That's kind of useful for you know, situations where you want to copy parts over. For example, I'll take this bigger conveyor. I'll put it on the mount I copy and pasted. And it's not turning on, probably because there's not a power source nearby. So I'll just grab a power source, bring it over here, automatically turns on, the settings and everything get saved. Now we got power source in range. This is a bigger version of the loader thing. I think they're actually the same size, it's the one I showed you down there. Yeah. So, let's say you don't want to load necessarily conveyors, but you want to load things onto in the cargo bins. You can do that. See how it picks it up, and I'll just open it. That'll go down, and then the batteries will come in. Look at that, that's kind of funny. And it can even kind of handle, like, you know, if you got variables full, it won't clip too much. The parts will wait their turn. There's physics to all this. Ah, that was kind of cool. I missed it a little bit, but that was the elevator going down. I'll set it back up again so you can see it. Yeah, just counts to 4. And then once it gets to 4, loads them in, takes them. I hope I'm recording. Yeah. Status light goes. We have like robots we can control. So this one's called Echo. Yeah, it's a little loud for me. Turn down the volume a little bit. Hopefully you guys can hear my audio. Yeah, so right now I am playing as this little robot guy. Yeah, you can kind of jump around and do things. Seems stuck right now. Stuck on the conveyor. There we go. He's made up of parts like, you know, battery cells and servo motors and stuff. Like his head is, or his neck's just a servo motor. It's got this little radio. I don't know if you can see it too well. It's on the side right here. Here, I'll show you. We can make his head a different color so you can see his radio better. This game's got like a lot of creativity involved. It's supposed to be like a creativity game, you know. Let's make his head. Let's make his head blue. So if you look at the side, it's got that radio. The cool thing about the radio is that I can type stuff. So I don't know if you can see that, but testings. And it works. Hello. Friends. Awesome. So it looks like that conveyor just got its part. We're gonna get pushed along on our way. Conveyor's gonna come in. Conveyor's not gonna be able to handle it actually, because it can't take parts. See how you can like switch between the two modes. You can actually put it in other robots and stuff and switch between them as well. But load a few more parts just so you get the idea. You could even load in a few more of these conveyor belts up here. The goal for this game is to be kind of a mix between like a factory game, and vehicle game, exploration game. If you ever play Kerbal Space Program, kind of like Kerbal Space Program mixed with Factorio, mixed with Kerbal Space Program. I think I said Kerbal Space Program twice. So yeah, we'll get more batteries in the loop. You know, maybe this isn't like a super useful factory line, but if you did need some sort of setup of circular like this, it would be useful. The loading part and the unloading parts are useful because you can get containers in them. It's actually kind of important because there's a throughput limit on this thing called the warehouse programming right now. What was that guy? That lift a rock up a hill for like infinity years. It's kind of the purpose of this factory. Doesn't really do anything. I can show you how to build a more useful factory. I also could show you the actual world too. That might be kind of fun. Basically the way I program these things is I got like a programming menu. You click on the parts, you can program them. So like here's like a little indicator light. As you see, this is like a signal diffuser. So this thing right here counts, compares it to a value. When the value is high enough, or the counting value is high enough, it gets compared here, sends that to this signal, and this conveyor triggers a reset of the entire system. So it's a mix of programming. Might be a little bit too complicated for some people. But if you're into that type of stuff, this is the game for you. Probably no game that really gets as complex as this one, with all its systems. Yeah, let's go out to explore the world. Go to the main menu. That's just some temporary music. If you got music, send it to me, and maybe I'll do something with it. So this is the overworld. Still working on it a little bit, but you'll be able to see it right here. It's like a big island, or it's a big world. It's got things going on. It's got an ocean. Terrain system's a little buggy. It's got clouds. Not the most beautiful clouds, honestly, but they do exist. So yeah, let's go build on the ocean. Actually, I'm gonna put the sun a little higher. The thing I can do because I'm me. Control this world. Ah, automatically goes back to its position. It's okay. Just edit the time. There we go. So here's the world. It's kind of a funny world. It's not perfect yet, but it's getting better. Show you some vehicles we got. I like this one a lot. Call it Big Flame. It's named after Big Wind from the cleanup of Iraq. But have you ever seen Big Wind? It was used to put out Iraqi oil wells that run fire. So I kind of took that idea, but I ran with it a little bit more. And instead of lots of wind, it's fire. Or hang on. For some reason the flamethrowers don't seem to be responding to my input. Well, you can kind of see basically what you can do. This is like how you get into the guts of a system and program it. So we got the rover comp, which takes our inputs. This battery powers everything. For some reason, I think that's left click should be pressing space, or should be firing the weapon. So I'll just add in this right here. And we'll see if this fires flamethrowers. It may be bugged. I forget. We're going to target sensor allows us to aim. They've taken away the left click, honestly. Yeah. Whatever. Flamethrowers. In theory. You can go fly into those clouds too. It's like a real thing you can do. We're in creative mode right now, but there's lots of there's also a hardcore mode in development. Still kind of working on the mechanics of that, but it's basically involved resource collection. So we got these new foundation pieces. Start messing with them. To build ourselves a little outpost, maybe. It's kind of your entrance area. Hang on, forgot. It's different modes for different things. So this is architect mode. Architect mode is nice because it makes everything flat and level. So when you place it, you don't have to worry about it being at the wrong angle. These are foundation pieces. They kind of just sink into the ground. Try to be level with each other. It's useful for a lot of things, like a foundation. Yeah, let's try to make a factory. So there's one thing we could do. Tiny. Alright, let's go silos. Bigger. So, because I'm a creative, I have a debug menu here, which I can use to fill these silos up with parts. So fill this one with gray matter. So if you click on it now, it says gray matter, 10,000. Then this one, I'll do force rock, which is like a kind of like a magnet type thing. Battery over here, and Glasden. So, show you how to build a little factory real quick. See, probably one of the more important lines you're going to want to make is a conveyor line. Of course, we need to first start pumping things out. Let's try these uplifter stations. Put them everywhere. Oh, that's interesting. Doesn't one turn on? Oh, wait, I know. I forgot to add a thing in here. Bear with me. There we go. These are power pillars. Battery goes to the uplifter, which goes to the power pillar. It's like an HMI type thing. I'll show you. get a respawn pad in here. This is how you summon a robot if you want one. There's gonna be other ways to get them too, but see, gives them a menu. Allows them to interact with the menu basically. Turn it off, turn it on. Yeah. It's kinda cool. You get further away, it turns off. Yeah. Don't need the robot right now. But we do need a pump jack. Can make one pretty easily. You could, like, in the hardcore world, it'll be kind of like examples for you. This is going to be kind of like more for the beta players who just want to play with something kind of fun, experimental. Yeah, let's try to get some pipes going. If you don't like the color of things, you can paint them. A lot of the models here are probably going to be upgraded, especially when AI gets a little smarter. This game is proudly made by with AI, by the way. So there you go, little pump jack. Then to really make it work, you gotta have the pump. It's gonna automatically turn on. Do any color you want. Do some red pumps. Kinda cool. Sometimes it's nice to color code things so you don't get them confused. Although I do color code the material in the pipe, so let's see. So go ahead and have it branch off, and we'll feed this into a thing called a stamp caster. Alright. This is how we're gonna make cubes, which are very important. So, stamp caster line. Decent color, I guess. Now, should try to get the cube parts down to a usable level. No power over here. See if we get some power from here. Excellent. Now, look, conveyor. Although you already saw that. Make some cubes. Goes on. It's taken. Alright. That's all good, but what exactly are we going to be building with these cubes? Well, let's go look at the recipe block. And I forgot about the recipe lookup. Hang on. Part database. What was it? Part catalog or database? Alright. Game's gonna get a little bit laggy as I load in all these parts. No parts yet. There we go. Now we got some of the parts. So there's different tiers of fabricators that make different parts. This one's kind of like the basic one that gets things going. So here's a conveyor. Those are useful to make. It's going to cost us gray matter cube, which we're making right now, mortar cores. Mortar core going to cost us force rock cube. So I'll just duplicate this setup. Try to get some cubes. There we go. It's always the hardest one to rotate to. Intentional game design. So we got a similar situation going on here, where got the liquid coming to our stamp caster. If you're autistic, you might like this game. No power over here. Another way you can extend power is just by taking an actual pillar, putting it down. See, they have a maximum range they can get away from their base station, but this is a good way to extend power. Alright. Excellent. Now, start making some things. So I'm going to take the fabricator. I'll run his output this way. I'm going to run it into another fabricator. I'll make some conveyor belts. Let's see. Guess we could probably do a conveyor like this, maybe. This will for sure work. It's kind of absurd, but let's make some motor cores. We'll make some conveyors. Excellent. Conveyors are useful. You can build more conveyors. We're in creative mode right now, but the idea is you have to collect these factory machines and just kind of work your way up. Let's actually turn it on so you can start making some parts. want to make something even bigger. We'll make conveyors, just like we had in our setup. It's all gonna come full circle, hopefully. So. I don't know if upside down was the way to go with this one. Make that 9. So it looks like we're getting everything. Why aren't we making anything? Got the motor core. Got the conveyor. Ah, ran out of power somehow. Weird. But what if you run out of power? Well, I have a thing for that too. Oh, I guess first off, these things are going to be scattered around the world. They're called energy towers, and they basically are like radio energy. They're like big versions of these little tiny towers, right? And then I have a solar panel type thing called downlifter, which will take that power, put it back into the battery. So that takes from that. Also, the clouds are glowing. I messed with the day-night cycle, so they think it's nighttime. They glow in the night, make it easier to see. So just making cargo containers. Let's see what we can do with this. Curious to see what direction they come out in. But, yeah. Say we want to make some wire. Copy this pump check. There, so you can see a little bit better. Check this out. Gotta make some wire. Now, looks like we're making conveyors or containers. So I'm gonna go to my blueprint section, pull out that all other gadget I was showing you guys. Here it is. Bit troublesome. Alright. So, shouldn't have deleted that gadget actually. Alright, so we gotta get our parts onto there. Shouldn't be too hard, maybe. They can accept like a little bit of an offset, but not by a lot. See if that's enough. Yeah, it's too much for it. I got really fine tune control for with space. Crazy that won't take. Alright, really? Okay. How about this? Yeah, let me try going down maybe. Probably riveting gameplay right here. Okay, so that one goes. Come on, go. That's crazy. I'll just go fix it myself. Do a little cheating right here. It's a great way to run a company, right? Or game. I don't think this is even gonna work. Oh, it did. Awesome. Alright. Now we can start. Now we gotta go up again, though. I should have built this entire factory up higher. Whatever. Give us an excuse to make a robot. I'm not sure if I have the parts for a robot. Let's see, what's this distance? So another thing we have in our game is movement parts. So we'll take a linear actuator here. And let's see, is this powered? Yes. Just gonna give it some constants. Set this one to 100. Set this one to 0. Add a latch component. You can see the value of programming now in the game. So this will recall this one. This will recall this one. And they'll both set the position here. Let's try it out. Perfect. Now we need some sort of elevator system. So we'll dig down into the ground a little bit, but whatever. Yeah, perfect. Now the question, what height to raise it to? It's gonna be a percentage. So that's 100. Let's try 10. 9 maybe? Or 8. 9 looks pretty good. Conveyor is a little too short though. Tell you what, take a snap. Be able to get much smoother on. Make it 10 again. There we go. 12. 12 is the happy number. Amazing. Oh my god. I am crazy. We gotta fix that bug. There's a way to pick up the entire base. It needs to be like mass limited or something. You can actually copy the entire base too. It's probably next thing I'm writing, honestly. Tell you what, let's copy it. There we go. Pretty crazy, right? Now, I do think that we have to change. We have to like empty all these lines of junk. I don't think we have that yet. Ah. Well, that one seems good. Split mergers off. I think those saved correctly. I guess this one's okay. Nice. Alright. There we go. Now let's see, is there any way we can automate this? Probably with a circuit like that. Or, here, I got it. And the part is at the end. Should be calling the one to raise it. So the part's at the end, right? Let's call this one. But when the part has left it, it should call the bottom one to lower it. See if that works. So, parts go in, motor cores and cubes. Out should come a conveyor belt. We got parts going into the conveyor assembler. So it needs some cubes, it needs one conveyor. Split master is off. Split merger. One more cube, and we'll get a container. Really excited to see if this system works. Forgot about this guy though. Come on. At 2 per day. I think I need to add like something that's cooked like half. Oh, look at that. Now, here's the pickle. It's the wrong direction. All that, it's the wrong direction. least that part works. Oh my god, no way I did that again. Should still work though, in theory. Yeah, we actually have this tool called a lock. So now I can't grab the ground. That should help out. Turn snap back on. Let's get some structure in here. You know, half pipe might work. Alright, so at least we got the cubes coming in at the correct, or the conveyors are coming in at the correct position, orientation. That's all good. That's all 100% autonomous. Cubes are coming out now. Oh, it doesn't go. Darn. Let's see. Just get out of the way. Let's see if that works. I feel like it should in real life. Gaps look a little big though, honestly. Yeah. This is a tricky one. Guess we could always do another linear actuator. Yeah, I'm just gonna let things on. You need like an item depositor so we can get back to like physics. Or no, physics is turned off. Or the here. Kind of show you why we have to put things into containers anyways. This is a warehouse. But ordinarily, you'll be producing so much stuff that the warehouse... What? Hang on. Gotta make this thing twice as tall now. Ordinarily, if you're producing enough material, the warehouse can only accept material so fast. So, you're gonna have to load in conveyors or in containers. But here, we could get a production associate in for that. So what's the M count? 13? Jesus. Somehow this got messed up. We'll just send it. Now it's twice as high. Yeah, parts get loaded, put them to a warehouse. Pretty simple. This is something you as the player can do for fun if you want. You can take parts off, levitate them up. It's a little bit harder when the parts are smaller, honestly. But we'll put them on this loading area. Oh, picked it up already. And I fell. Get workman's comp in here. And I ripped my head off. Classic me. Let's try that again. So I rip it up. Put it on. Literally just part loading. You could automate this with a robot if you wanted though. bunch of stuff too if you want for fun. Should have like a visual counter sign or something, so you know what you're at. Good enough. This is like really old code, the levitation thing. I have to rewrite. It's like one of the first things I ever did in Unity. Alright. I'm at a terminal so I can see what I'm at. So these tell you things. Set it to monitor a gadget like that. If I look at it, I can modify the count. So it should have already sent who we were passed for. Looks like we got cloud above us. So I'm just gonna manually send that one. Let's open this one up. There's also different things you can do in this game. You can work in a factory if you want. Kind of a boring job, honestly. Come on, levitate. Goodbye, Mr. Cloud. Oh, Mr. Ride. Something wrong with the counting logic here. See if this one works any better. Oh, you want to see something cool we could do? Could load up a radio. I think radios need power though. Or yep, that one's got power. Why did I do that? We're gonna load up a radio. The side of this one. Send that guy. Now, how do we open up the doors? Open door. What? Why didn't it open the door? Forgot to add the radio lookup. Somehow everything exploded. No, we just lost the creative inventor. That's not good. Oh, game's getting a little glitchy, so I'm gonna hang it up right now. Thanks for watching. If you did, it's crazy.